Hello guys, welcome back. I'm Ansel, and this time we're talking about Astonishing X-Men number 12. So yeah, this is the finale to the current and first arc of this X-Men book that feels a little out of place in comparison to the other X-Men books. I mean the blue, the gold, and the red ones. Starting with the fact that this is the one that has not a color in the name is just astonishing. So we have seen Professor Xavier coming back, but not really, using Phantom X's body and fighting alongside this team of X-Men against the Shadow King. Then Proteus appeared and made things extremely awesome. I really like that part. But at the end of the last issue, we found out that the Shadow King had not been defeated. She or he, I think he can be whatever he wants. He was still inside, not Charles's mind, which whom really wants to be called just X, because I mean he is the professor, but at the same time he is not the professor, and that is a little interesting because it is basically a resurrection of the character. Who has been dead since 2012, who has been dead since 2012, and but they're like trying to spin this in another way than the usual one, where they just resurrect the character and now he's alive again. In this case, he's another persona. He's like reincarnation. I think that is the most appropriate comparison that I can make. He's a reincarnation of Professor Xavier. And it is kind of cool, but I don't know where it will go in the future. I mean, Scott is dead right now. It would have been nice to see not Professor interacting with Scott and I don't know, maybe talk about how he killed him and that. I mean, good times. Anyway. So the fight against the Shadow King has had many nice moments in it, and the paneling was very interesting because I found the paneling to be very fitting to the kind of fight that was going on, because it's a very I mean, it is against the Shadow King. You fight against the Shadow King with thoughts, with feelings, with traumas, with your past, and all that kind of stuff. So he is there, and we just like watching them, just by looking at them, looking at the X-Men team. He basically defeats everyone with their own lives, and I found that very, very nicely done and a good touch on for the story. So the resolution, after everything went downwards because of the Shadow King's appearance, came like too suddenly for my taste. It was like, oh my gosh, there is all this chaos, and then poof, it's solved. So we're safe. Yeah, I didn't really like that very much, but I did like that there was some space left and somewhat teased to the fact that the Shadow King is not really gone. I mean, he's that he can continue being a threat in some way, which has never been done before, of course. I mean, he's the Shadow King. Maybe he will be back in the TV show. I mean, a good TV show. So yeah, I also haven't liked how X is very shadowy. He's always like appearing to be thinking something entirely different to what he's actually doing, or to what he's actually planning, or to what he's actually sharing with the rest of the team. So that is weird. So in a way, for him, as I said, it's a reincarnation, some kind of reboot. But speaking of reboots, I'm not saying that Marvel is going to reboot. As far as I know, Marvel has never done anything of the sort, and I don't think they plan on doing anything of the sort in the near future. But this book is getting rebooted because after the end, we see that we'll have a new creative team, a new team, a new story, and basically it's another comic book. So I guess they will keep the numbering. I didn't really check that, so I might be wrong. But it's basically changing everything. So I guess this book is transitioning from the legacy brand to the fresh start brand. So basically, the book will become fresh. So I hope it gets a little better. This whole story was a little clunky sometimes, but it had some very nice beats in this resolution. Although it was sudden, it was entertaining. So I'm going to give it 3 Shadow Kings out of 5. Which also fits the theme that I had put in the background. If I don't forget to put what I think King of putting in the background by the time I put something in the background. So sure, thank you. No, thank to my throat. Thank you so much for watching. What have you thought about this? Not professor thingy. I particularly don't like it very much. I would like the real Charles Xavier to come back. I guess we'll get that eventually, like in 10 or 20 years. So yeah, let me know and click the like button if you think the Shadow King is really cool. And no, I'm not the Shadow King. I'm not trying to make you think about him and liking him so he can possess your mind. No, not at all. No, of course not. But thank you. See you guys next time.